Hey guys, Rasheed Phillips here, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of the rigs that I had the opportunity to use. It is the 1,000-gallon straight flow smoker by M&M Barbecue Co. Let's get into it. Size doesn't matter. Well, when it comes to rigs, it most absolutely does. This is not your backyard model, and this is not for your avid weekender. This is for someone who is touring, someone who is very committed on the barbecue circuit, someone who's cranking out a lot of product for pop-ups, someone who is also potentially running a restaurant. If any of that applies to you, this is unquestionably the rig for you. Now, this particular 1,000-gallon had a dual shelf unit, which means there was a lowered grate system and then there was a higher grate system, so you get double the cooking capacity and space, which is very, very good. So if you are heavy pop-up rotation or if you're running a restaurant, keep in mind you're basically getting double of the cooking space, and that's very important when you're cranking out a lot of product and you're trying to find the best rig to optimize your workflow, bang for your buck type of thing. It is 1,000-gallon, but it does take a while to properly heat up. I started the fires with burn down of kindling and coal, no scrap paper, no nothing. Keep it pure from start to finish. For the love of God, no matter how you start it, do not, and I can't emphasize this part enough, do not, under any circumstances, put lighter fluid in this rig. Just don't do it. There's no need. Once we got it up to temperature, it ran very smoothly. It had a wonderful pull, an amazing draw, and you got it nice and dialed in, you can't see anything but thin blue coming out of that smokestack, and that's saying something. This is definitely what I like to call a one-finger, one-hand door system. These doors are so well balanced, you don't have to do the typical pitmaster shoulder shrug up, almost like you're Kipling on a bar, to open the door. It is, I can't get over this. It is so well balanced, and that takes a lot of time. You guys, if you've used different rigs, you've seen all types of counterweight lever systems. This you can literally open smoothly without any quick release or snapping on the door with the one finger. The welds and seals on this are very tight. That is important because as a rig is firing up, you can sometimes see smoke emitting from the doors. These held the seal without the latch being affixed, and I never saw any of the smoke emitting from the doors. So it's a really tight seal, and what that means is heat isn't escaping, so more heat is going to your product, is getting cooked, and you're saving on fuel because you're not having to fuel up your firebox as much because of the heat that's dissipating out of it. It cooks absolutely amazingly well. Literally filled it with split chickens all the way, both shelves. And we only had a darker set for the first 8 inches of chickens, top and bottom. And it didn't ruin the chickens. It just let us know, all right, that's running a little bit hotter. So that can be useful if you're loading it up with butts and you've got thicker cuts. You can put those up there in front. Or if you're wanting to and you're using this in different climates, you can easily put your water pan there to help keep moisture into the system. Just little things to keep in mind if you are looking at this particular rig at this particular size. Aside from that first 8-inch area, everything cooked perfectly and even. Now, as it's heating up, we did see the right side closest to the firebox, of course, show a higher temperature during the heat up process, but once we got that to roughly 250, 260, 30 minutes later, the left side balanced out and was matching it evenly. Now, I would still suggest performing your biscuit tests on every rig that you get, especially one of this size, but I can assure you that I personally saw it and used it even out once I got it up and running. And as long as I kept that fire fed throughout the day, those temperatures held balanced throughout the entire cook. What would I like to see added to this? Well, I personally would like to see some sort of a shelving system. This particular unit, if you are going to get it on a trailer, has the fenders that cover the tires that you can use as your workspace. It's not a lot, but it's just enough for you to maybe put down 1 or 2 hotel pans. I would have loved to see some sort of a workspace, fold up, attachable system, something, because if you are going to get this for a restaurant, you're likely not going to have it on a trailer. It's going to be on skids, and you're not going to have a workspace necessary. Now, I get it. Most restaurants, some people are thinking, well, we have carts that we roll out and we have there. I've been to some restaurants where, because of the coating, they have to keep it a certain distance away. And if it's raining, if it's pouring, it's this or that, it doesn't hurt to have extra workspace there. Trust me, having some shelving on a unit this size that can extend your workspace is never going to be a bad thing. This particular rig worked using a sliding opening system. Now, there's a difference between managing your fire and opening your doors of your cook chamber. Once you load it, there's no need to really pay attention to it. And if you are going to open it, I can't stress this enough. Make sure that you're pre-fueling. So if you know you're going to maybe spritz, you're going to do something that's going to allow a lot of heat to escape out. So when I say preload, open your firebox, get some splits up there, get them lit, and get that fire rolling so that you already have additional heat coming in to sort of counterbalance the heat that you're going to have escape as you're loading. This is my experience with this particular unit. If I had to recommend this for someone, I would 100% recommend it to someone who is doing an extreme amount of catering. But this is an investment. And instead of focusing on what it costs, consider what it can make you. You're going to do very well, but I suggest this to the frequent pop-upper or the restaurant owner. Hands down, this is definitely a restaurant quality build. That has been my review and my personal thoughts and feedback on the 1,000-gallon offset smoker by M&M Barbecue Co. For more reviews and information, head on over to RasheedPhillips.com. See you guys next time.